Hi, my name is Waddles. Zombies are one of the oldest, most common, and most varied forms of enemies in Minecraft. Today, the name of the game is Zombies. We're going to talk all about zombies, what they drop, where to find them, anything involving these evil, undead, dead guys. I will also include the new 1.13 variant of zombies, and we'll talk all about the drowned and what they drop and what they mean for the game. So, to start this video off, I want to talk about common drops of the zombies. For specific drops, we'll talk about those when we talk about each variant. I'm defining common drops as drops that can come from pretty much any zombie variant, kind of. Not always, but kind of. I'll talk about it more in depth when we talk about each zombie type. Also, I'm on the Java edition. So, zombies can all drop rotten flesh. They can drop iron ingots, carrots, and potatoes, rarely though, and there's some exceptions, okay? And then they can also drop the equipment that they spawn with, so maybe a sword, a shovel, or some armor that they could have spawned with. If you have a higher difficulty, zombies will be more likely to spawn with equipment such as armor and swords and shovels and whatever you need. Also, if it's Halloween, zombies can spawn with a jack-o'-lantern or a pumpkin on their head. So that's kind of cool. If you're playing on Halloween, find a zombie, name it, trap it in a cage, and it's your friend forever until you switch to peaceful mode. So the first type of zombie that I want to talk about is the plain old, boring, old-fashioned normal zombie standing right in front of me. This is the oldest variant of zombie in the game. The base variant, really. There is a baby form of these guys too. Usually you can use a spawn egg on these guys and there's a baby that spawns, but it doesn't look like I'm getting a baby anywhere. But there is a baby variant of these zombies. The drops are pretty much standard zombie drops, like I was just talking about. Potatoes, carrots, iron ingots, and then rotten flesh. Now, the potato, carrot, and ingot are all more rare drops. They're not going to be every time or something like that. Neither really will rotten flesh, but you're going to almost always get rotten flesh. But these are the basic variants of zombies. There is baby versions, and the baby versions for pretty much all types can spawn riding something, so that's kind of funny. So that is the basic variant of zombie. I think it's time to move on to the next one. Next up, we have the zombie villager. This is a villager that has died and turned into a zombie. As you can see here, there is a baby variant as well as a grown-up variant, and there's tons of different skins that these guys can have. They'll have a uniform matching a worn-out version of a villager's uniform. So right here, he's got a white ripped-up shirt, it looks like, or apron, and then over here we have what looks to be a librarian or cleric or something like that. And right here we have more ripped up white aprons. Another cool thing is that other than the clothes, the eyebrows can be different. Right here, this guy has a raised eyebrow, and then the other ones that just walked away from me have a non-raised flat eyebrow, I guess you could say. Right there, you can see, actually, he has his full eyebrow, but that's all besides the point. These guys can be transformed back into a normal villager. If you throw a splash potion of weakness at him, and then you use a golden apple, he will start shaking. Now, you want to keep this guy safe and put him in a box where these guys can't just run up and kill him once he returns to a villager. To get the potion of weakness, in case you're wondering, you need a fermented spider eye, of course with a brewing stand and some blaze powder to fuel it. Excuse me, mister, I'm talking here. But the fermented spider eye is a spider eye, some sugar, and a mushroom. So really not that hard to get. You just want to make sure your guy who's going to change eventually is safe. If you put him around iron bars or surrounded by iron bars, he will change a little bit faster. To meet this next guy, we've moved over to my 100% legit, not fake desert here, definitely not an island. This zombie is called the Husk, and he's a hungry one. If we switch over into survival, he can hit us with hunger. That's his whole thing here. So, hey, buddy, right there, we have hunger. So you got to watch out for this guy. There's really not that much different about the Husk. There can be a baby variant of the Husk, and they spawn only in the desert. Of course, they're wearing some tattered up clothes, but they're pretty much a normal zombie that gives you hunger when they hit you. So watch out for these guys. They're really annoying, but they're really not all that scary. these guys are typically pretty easy to deal with, unless you have a whole lot of them. Then, yeah, it's not going to go very well for you. For this bit, I've swung over on into the nether to talk about zombie pigmen. Now, these guys are zombies, but they're also kind of not really zombies. I didn't know if I should include them on this list or not, so I went ahead and included them. They are exclusive to the nether. They work in a mob mentality. If you hit one, they are all going to come after you, and they're pretty strong, so be careful about that. They drop rotten flesh, gold nuggets, and then rarely a gold ingot or a gold sword, because they are, of course, carrying a gold sword. There's no real variants on these guys other than baby variants, which can, again, of course, be riding things. Right there, we have a little chicken jockey, but these are kind of zombies. I don't know. What do you think? Do you consider them zombies? The newest form of zombie is the drowned. The drowned have a whole different loot table. These guys can spawn with and can drop a fishing rod or a trident. They can also, of course, drop rotten flesh, and they can drop gold ingots and the nautilus shell. There's also baby variants as well. Like I said, there's pretty much always a baby variant of these guys. So these guys are basically water zombies. If you take a normal zombie and you put him underwater for 30 seconds, he will turn into a drowned zombie. These guys will spawn underwater, and they're brand new. They're from the update Aquatic, of course, or not of course, in case you didn't know. Specifically, these guys will spawn in the ocean biomes, in river biomes, and in swamp biomes in the water, in case you're wondering. So that's it. That's actually pretty much all of the zombie variants that are in Minecraft as of the update Aquatic, unless I missed one. However, there is a little bit more stuff that I want to talk about. First, I'd like to talk about the zombie horse right there. That guy is in the game. There's a spawn egg for him, but he is not in survival. You cannot get a zombie horse in a survival setting. Just a cool thing and creative right now, and I wish this was in survival. I've always said husks should turn your horse into a zombie horse. That would be a cool mechanic. Now also, like we saw, and like I said, baby zombies can spawn riding chickens, which is pretty funny. It's a pretty rare occurrence, but it can happen. Something to know about, something that's kind of funny. Do you have another fact about the zombie that I didn't say in this video? If you do, go throw it down below. My name is Waddles. I hope you enjoyed this different video, a little more informational. Drop a like on this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and then go have a good day. My name is Waddles. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.